Therokoth. The Umbral Abyss has grown in the shadows, evolving through the corruption of Urath. Lithal Nightweaver has left with a considerable host of Umbral demons, threatening Athla and Mage Haven. I must warn my people of this invasion, but for now the sweet scent of freedom awaits beyond the World Gate. You, Zwinterexi, and all the other allies you found along the way step through the gate of Tharukath. The Astral Sea awaits. Onward. Okay. Interesting. So, flashbang. So, you can't... Oh, I love that there's a Calamity Dragon and a crab next to it. Oh, and the one gremlin... we bought that. We couldn't even train that. We bought that gremlin off. We bribed him early in the game, and he was with us to the end. That's fantastic. Turn 126. Let's see. Kami says, hey, Mount Gilwers 2 question. Are deeply discounted fractal keys worth it, even if I don't buy encryption boxes? Yes, they're worth it. Like, you just take encryption boxes, you loot, and then buy the deeply discounted keys and open them. Unless you're saving your fractal currencies for things like the legendary fractal backpack, or for the fractal god buff, things like that. Because, you know, buying the keys is spending those currencies. But otherwise, yeah, it's worth. Okay, so that was pretty interesting. Let's show journey. So let's see. So that's how we started. So yeah, it was just 3 factions, and then we spread out a little bit. And then right there is where I took out that guy in the top right, and then we got that one. Alright, so what were my thoughts on this one? What were my thoughts on this one? Let's kind of do like a review here, right? What are my thoughts on this DLC? This DLC added quite a few things to Age of Wonders 4. It added the Eldritch Sovereigns, which are the big spooky tentacle guys.
In the shadowed
oh, it's not over. Oh, sorry, hang on.
The embers of rebellion flared to life, and its prisoners rose in unison to claim their freedom. United in their purpose and led by an imprisoned Godir, they broke their chains and opened a world gate that granted them escape to Magehaven. Elsewhere, as the Archons waged eternal war against the Umbral Abyss, rumors echoed through the Astral Sea, speaking of a mythical force of corruption and evil emerging from the depths. Known to be the father of the Umbral Abyss and the origin of shadow demons, this enemy of creation itself was called Urath, and it was steadily drowning out the light. It was revealed that none other than Lithal Nightweaver, the first to invade when the world gates were opened, had broken free from her imprisonment and renewed her ambitions to conquer Athla as a harbinger of Urath. Evolved and empowered by the secrets of the Abyss, she and her forces were already on their way.
The conquest of this realm has given Muxon Cave Dweller a chance to ascend to your pantheon. Yeah. Select an ascension trait. At the start of combat, summon a tier 1 skeleton with Unholy Champion. Plus 50% damage. Undying. Comes back to life every 2 turns. And Armor of Despair. That's pretty funny. Master. Let's get Revenant Champion. Okay. Alright, and then rewards. Not sure they have added anything new here. Wait, unlock Giant Hunter Hero Origin. Starts with Giant Slayer Spear. Huh. There's a page 2. What? What? When did they do this? Banner, don't care. Banner, don't care. Banner. Is it all banners? Wait, rapier and whip. Really? Garlic. What? Hunter's crossbow. Pierce shot, active ability, item infusion. Inspiring presence, passive item infusion. Unlock apex predators. Oh, it's a new way of playing. They believe themselves to be the top of the food chain, to be weakest to be prey. Gain food when you pillage a province. Gain food when you raise a conquered city per province it has. Gain food per successfully migrating a conquered city per population. But the city loses additional pop afterward. Vassals gain food per population minus alignment. Starting units +1 rank. Interesting. Unlocks Wail the Banshee item infusion. Pull shot. Hunter's hat. Hunter's outfit. Hunter's cape. Alright. Okay, interesting. Alright, so, review time. What did we think of that? That was our first time playing the Eldritch Eldritch Realms DLC. So it added the new ruler. I'm trying to decide if I think he's overpowered or not. He was rather squishy, but very long attack range. Like, he was messing with you from turn 1, and if you got close, he could mind control you and make you hit your friends. Like, he was a nasty opponent. So he is quite a strong addition to the pantheon and the roster of options. The new tomes, like, okay, the Umbral Tome with the Gloom felt like it was required to play on that map. But let's say you weren't playing on that specific map. Was it any good? It was alright. You know, the Summon Tentacle was quite strong. The Gloom would, like, put that fog over your faction, your city, and it kind of, like, ate away at the enemy as they were trying to, like, invade you. That was pretty neat. So, like, if... I kind of understand it now, because I remember when I was playing the multiplayer game with Fairlight and Bombjus and the others, they banned the Gloom Tome, and I didn't know what that meant. Now I do. Because it basically, if one guy takes it, everyone else has to take it to counter it. So it was pretty cool though. And like the insect race was kind of neat and stuff like that. The actual campaign map that we just played, like the actual campaign we just did,
your destination.
I think was pretty boring. Hold on, wait. Arcalot. Return to Athla and stand against the sheer force of the Umbral invasion. Meet returning friends and enemies and save a world on the brink of doom. Wait, is this like part 2? Does it continue? Story Realm 2. Okay, so it keeps going. Alright. I'm wondering if you like kind of start over or do you use the same person? The difficulty's 5 skulls. I'll do normal at least. I have beaten some on hard mode. It is a very big step up. Like, going from normal to hard mode in this game is a big step up if you're not trying to make like a really overpowered faction or something. Okay, well, shit, I thought we were done. There's more. All right, Urath's Grass. The people in this realm have fallen under Urath's influence. Racial Marauder units have Gloomstrider and Umbral Flesh transformations. Yeah. Okay. So... are they... hang on. They're immune to Umbral Malady. Okay, so Gloom will not defend you against most of this stuff. But if they have Gloom, I still have to bring Gloom immunity for me. Muck, has anyone gifted you blueprints? No. Have you looked at it? Yes. Would you play it? I would try it. Umbral Abyss creeps over the realm, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna need to get the Gloom Immunity Tome to survive here. All Umbral dwellings in this realm are following the commands of the Harbinger Urath. Urath has Eldritch pacts with all Umbral dwellings. Okay. Enemies of the Harbinger cannot reach peaceful relations with an Umbral dwelling. Cannot reach... Wow. Okay, so you're gonna have a whole bunch of enemies and you cannot make peace with them. Alright.
Your journey starts here.
Let's see.
What is your people's form?
Alright. Mug, I don't think it's from a tome. Umbral immunity requires the Umbral fish start thingy. The Umbral fish? What?
Your journey.
Go to Pantheon.
Here.
Why? Why am I going to my Pantheon? Okay. Oh, does it just continue that? Umbral flesh is a society trait. Now, hold on. Is it going to put him back to level 1? Or just pick up with him at, like, high level?
From Therukath reached Magehaven.
I guess we'll find out.
They were met in quick succession with disbelief, indecision, and then panic. The words of the impending invasion of Athla surged through the astral sea like a lightning bolt. And many a Godir native to Athla dropped everything to hurry back to the world's defense. Yet they were all doomed. Before strong defenses could be assembled, the Umbral Abyss opened its baleful maw. All across Athla, the scars
Yo,
of
is
the
anyone
Second
here a leg
Age
man? Look at
burst
this thing.
asunder, and through the Umbral gates, unleashed a plague of eldritch demons. Like locusts, this dark tide began to engulf all Athla in a war that knew only corruption and death. But the heroes of Athla stood strong. Champions and wizard kings, Shadrai and Covenant, they all fought with valor as one, united by this terrible foe. As they battled a wave of the Umbral demons, one fear manifested itself in their minds. What if the worst was yet to come? Where was the leader of this invasion? Where was Lithil Nightweaver? At last, scouts returned from the inland of the once blessed continent with evil tidings. In Arkalot, where the elves of the First Age had set foot on Athla, Lithil was preparing a world-ending Eldritch ritual. To confront her, many Godir marched on Arkalot, hidden in the heart of the Storm Peak Mountains. This is the tale of one such Godir.
Okay. I have played quite a bit of Age of Wonders 4. I don't think I've ever... I enjoy making up a new faction. I don't think I've ever gone into a game and taken a previous guy that I played before back in there. So I'm kind of curious how this is going to go. A moment of respite. Arkalot at last. Through clashing front lines and spreading umbral darkness, you have guided your grim insects into the eye of the storm. The hastily erected city of Murkwater is a testament to the loyalty of your people and a much-welcomed shelter. Indeed, the area it is overlooking appears to be surprisingly quiet and devoid of umbral demons. Too quiet, perhaps. It is a golden opportunity for everyone to rest before pressing onward toward Lithil and her eldritch forces. We battled our way through waves of umbral demons. This will give you enough experience to rank up, but you start at half health, and all your units level up 3 times. We were ambushed by powerful Eldritch Sovereign, and I wrested secret knowledge from her. Umbral Flesh. There are currently no valid targets for the spell, so I'm wondering if it's saying I already have this? We found hidden passages under the deep shadows of the mountains. Gain the underground adaptation trait. A large part of the underground near Murkwater is revealed. You can now build farms instead of huts in fungus fields, underground ashlands, and underground snow. Gain cave walk. We sacrificed many to rescue a fellow Gaudier in need. Gandorf de Fly. That's one of my old characters. It's a dwarf with a big wizard hat, and his name is Gandorf de Fly. I forgot about him. Gandorf de Fly joins you as a hero, but you lose all non-scouting start units. No, dude, Gandorf was one of my very first characters. I did not know what I'm doing. He sucks. You gain 13 thralls. Alright, you can get... XP is great, but you can get XP anywhere. Underground adaptation. I cannot just acquire that after the game starts. So, I'm thinking do this, because that gives us something we can't obtain otherwise. Okay. Freaking get it to fly. Give me a sec. I need a drink, and then we'll keep reading this. Give me just a moment. Thirst quenched a little bit. Alright. While your people establish themselves in Murkwater, your gaze already turns northwards to the heart of the invasion. There at the shores of the Astral Sea, where the elves once arrived on this world, Lithel Nightweaver is preparing her Eldritch ritual to plunge Athla into darkness. Surrounded by large umbral hosts and the overwhelming presence of the umbral abyss, reaching Lithel will be perilous. You must learn more about her ritual and scout ahead before charging in. Lithel is the general of this invasion. When you finally meet her, there will be more at risk than the battle for Athla herself. She is the Herald of Arrest Corruption and must be smote in the name of the Archons. This gives you a ton of draft, which would let you make a bunch of units. Seeking her out can be deadly, but bears a promise of immense rewards. Start with more gold. She brought death to my people. I vow to avenge them. Receive Imperium. So that'd be 2 turns worth of Imperium. This is like 20 turns worth of draft. There's no way I have enough money to spend 20 turns worth of recruiting, though. Double my starting money. Her powers are immense, but she lacks respect for the established Gaudier of Magehaven, which, tons of mana. Or gain a bunch of knowledge. I'm thinking mana. We get 5 mana a turn. 354 mana. Is that 75 turns worth of mana at the current rate? I think we start with the mana. Okay, so it shows me a thing here. Where am I? Alright, there's me. Okay, and then it said a large portion of the underground near me would be scouted out. So there's an entrance over there. Okay. So, what did you start with? Cosmic Groove, Cosmic Spine, Chaos Pulse. Okay. Oh, he's got the Revenant Champion thing from earlier. Madcaster. So he's already got Chaos Pulse, Chaos Channeling, and Havoc Caster for Havoc Pulse. He starts with Havoc Pulse. Okay, the rest of this is normal. But he starts with Havoc Pulse and Revenant Champion. Revenant Champion's really cool. I'm glad you're getting to try that out. Alright, okay. Alright, the scout is getting pulled into the battle, which makes me nervous. I'm gonna turn off, use mana, hit auto, see what happens, and manual... Okay, we're fine. I was gonna say, I was gonna manual if the scout dies. Okay. Alright. Alright, scout. I'm gonna set it to auto explore now. Set research. Tentacle Labyrinth, Constrictor, make space magic attack and chain use my turn. Tendril Labyrinth. Let's see. Your ruler leveled up. Transfer life. It's a small heal, but it's a heal. That could be useful. Chat and streamer, how does elements on this game could help us fix the biggest problem in Guild Wars 2, also known as stack to win? Rag, try that sentence again and let me know when you want me to read it again. Let's see, storehouse, that's food income. Library, production. We only have 20 production. Alright, probably start with that. And then storehouse after. Alright, and then let's get a couple of scouts. I think that's it for now. Oh wait, didn't I start with a Whispering Stone? Yeah, plug the Whispering Stone into my own city so that it starts stability-izing. Blank says, I'm very curious about Guild Wars 1. It's an MMO, right? No. Guild Wars 1 is closer to an action RPG. So, for example, if you're in town in Guild Wars 1, that's a hub. You will see other players. If you leave town and you go into the world, you go through a loading screen. And the world is like an instance, and it only has the people that you left town with. So if you formed a group in town and you leave town, it's your group and then a world. If you leave town alone, it's just you and the world. So it's closer to it like an action RPG. Now, the endgame stuff is designed to be played with like a group. However, there are AI companions that you can take with you if you really don't want to socialize with people. They're not the smartest, but you can bring those and do dungeons on your own with just the AI companions if you wish. But you only see other players in towns and hubs, and you only see them in the world if you grouped with them before leaving the hub. But yeah, it's closer to an ARPG than an MMORPG. Okay, March of the Covenant. This one doesn't seem to be growing any tentacles yet, Elderstone. A distant voice echoes down the forest east of Murkwater before a middle-aged man clad in kingly garments comes into focus. Well met. I am Alfred Elderstone of the Covenant, and this is Shadow Prince Meander of House Eniok. Excuse me, I do have tentacles? I'm covered in them? He introduces his partner, a dark elf. We're glad to see another god-eater make it through. Before we speak of the darkness ahead, may I hear who so valiantly fought their way into this valley? I am Eldritch Sovereign Muxon Cave Dweller. Honored to meet you. Lost Souls. Your fondness for pleasantries in this pressing hour is astonishing, Elderstone. Meander interrupts the conversation. Urath's grasp on Arcalot is strong, Muxon. He says, turning to you. Everyone in the valley who's not protected by the might of a god-eater has fallen to the umbral corruption. Lithil is harvesting thrall after thrall to power her eldritch ritual. Soon she will be ready. Until we can overcome Lithil's defenses, we may only delay the ritual by destroying her thralls before they can be sacrificed. 15 turns until Lithil finishes her world-ending ritual. For every 6 thralls destroyed, the ritual is delayed by 1 turn. Huh? Bro, what? I don't like it. Delay Lithil by killing any unit with Gloomstrider or Umbral Flesh before they can be sacrificed. When the ritual's complete, you lose the game. 1 turn delay for every 6 thralls destroyed. Bro, this doesn't even sound fun. What do you mean? I can't afford to keep a wisp out right now. Ritual of the Gloomvale. All units your Empire gain Umbral Malady immunity. Do they already have that? They already have that. We don't need to do that. Let's take a peek underground. There's an Umbral portal over here. Let's see, if I could rush, you know, I'm gonna spend 16 gold to rush this thing and then put that on auto explore. Remember, insect units have it, but if you get some other units, they won't have it, so the spell will be necessary. Yeah. Yeah, for now, though. Storehouse complete. Let's see. 15 Imperium to expand now. I should have cleared those pastures before I left. Alright. It's a library. A candle in the dark. The astral projection of a flying dove announces the peaceful arrival of Lore Master Oneron. May the light of the All-Father shine upon you in this hour of darkness, brave Athlans. Oneron says with a gentle bow. Long ago, when my people had dwelt in uttermost enthrallment, we found allies on this world to fight alongside till death and victory. Such an oath of friendship shall now be renewed. The foul ritual of Lithal Nightweaver must be stopped. Oneron concludes his introduction for the sake of all forevermore. Oneron, the energetic call of Meander of House Eniok is heard from afar. You are late. And you have changed, he adds, eyeing Oneron from top to bottom. When did the Archons convert you? A pity. I always liked your arcane pragmatism. Though I suppose it can help me gain some answers. It has been a long time. First, we only heard that the War of the Archons is not going well, Meander says. Now we are busy fighting the living proof. Oneron joins the Covenant Alliance. Oh god. The Archons, Oneron responds, did not convert us, old friend. They are our brothers and forebears, our allies and adversaries, our avengers and judges. He smiles. It's complicated. In the days of the All-Devourer, my enslaved kin had lost even the knowledge of their own legacy. When we turned from hunted to hunters, there was much to unveil. Oneron turns pensive for a moment, as if he is reliving the journey of the Gloomwatch Sirens. We are part of the Gloomwatch now, tending the Dreamers and protecting them from Urath, the declared enemy of all life. There's an old pilgrim's path of the Gloomwatch well inside the umbral abyss of Archelon. Those who dare to walk it can find a torch to burn away Lithal's darkness. Okay. Be friendly with them. Mystery bonus and knowledge. Accept a quest. When you decline the quest and receive draft. Blah, 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 blah. He hates it. Alright. Let's try taking the quest and be friendly with them, see what happens. We've already got someone that's about to destroy the world in a few turns. Let's not make more enemies. Auto. Okay, that's fine. Umbral. That's another Umbral gate. Okay. What are those? Knowledge stash.